Hey guys, Josh here, and welcome to episode 7 of our Kill for a Bill series. Now first off, I'm just going to start with some apologies. I know it has been a long time since, I'm not sure exactly, but it's been a while since episode 6. So here we are with number 7. Now, I also apologise for the potential lack of progress. You guys might have expected, since it's been a while, we'd almost be there. Unfortunately, no. We have played considerably more of the '07 servers since our last video, so we haven't really done a lot. Although we've got a lot of clips, a lot of pictures to go in here, which is nice. But obviously the price of everything isn't too favourable, and Cain didn't do a lot either. I think he's only got 3 in total out of all of them, which it's not too bad because he's been doing other things, but I'll let you guys judge for yourselves anyway. And I've got myself a job now, working full time, so my game time in general is just down considerably. I don't really play a lot on weekdays, like maybe not even an hour, so it's going to come down to how much I can smash out on the weekends. But enough of that, let's get into the clips. So first up here we have a clue scroll. Now I know you guys probably consider that most of the clue scroll loot is rubbish, and you guys are right in this instance. It's always fun to see though, because you can get good stuff, but not this time. Some blood runes, teleports, wild pies, and some pots for a pretty depressing total. And the next one ain't any better. So just finishing off the Celtic knot. And oh yay, hooray, Guthix arrows. A few onyx bolts, not too bad compared to what else there is there. Sigh. We haven't really had a lot of luck with these elites, but we shall continue. Hopefully grab something decent. So if we do the price check, we got the super strengths, Guthix arrows, the defense, onyx bolts, anti-poisons, attacks, wild pies. Again, definitely not worth the time spent doing it. And number 3, a snapdragon seed, some antifires. Makes me sad reading out the contents of these, because some of them can take a while. And there you go, there's a total. Nothing to write home about, as to be expected really. And the 4th one, finishing off the puzzle, and we get an ancient kite shield. Now when I first saw it I thought we could have struck something more than a mil, but no, unfortunately not. Looks nice in the drop tab. It's a new unique or new item, but as you can see only a couple 100k, better than the rest. And our last clue was easily our best one, a dragon kit, which is worth a few mil, and compared to the rest, I know it's not as good as some of the items you can get, but god, I consider myself pretty stoked when I got that. They're between 4 and 5 mil, and the rest of them don't even come close. So if we get now into the items, now I went on a big Sarah trip where I got a Murmur, as you can see, 200 odd kill count, then a Sarah Hiss on 300 odd, then an Effigy later on. Now this was a big trip, I was there for 5 or 6 hours or something. Got a little Godsword shard, and then over 500 kill count I got myself a hilt, which was really nice. It's always good to stay there and keep getting items instead of going dry. Went to Myths, got a Draconic Visage, not worth a lot, but I think we've got half a dozen of them now, which is just ridiculous, considering how rare I thought they were. We seem to be picking them up every now and again. Now on to Queen Black Dragon. As you know, we put out a 500 drops from, so naturally we have a lot of drops from them. Now, this is the first of Cain's 3 items. So we have a frame from him, then we have a stabilizer from him. Next we get onto my drops. So we have the upgrade kit, and then a spring, and then a frame, and a frame, and a spring. Sorry, they're a bit out of order. And an effigy, and a visage, and a spring, and a spring, and a stabilizer, and a spring, and a frame that looks like, and an upgrade kit, and an effigy, and an upgrade kit, and another visage, and last is a effigy. God, I'm getting sick of my own voice. Sorry if you guys are as well. I think this is now, Gloves of Subjugation. 101 kill count. I think I left after this kill actually. I got quite bored there. I've said a few times it's nice to get a unique drop, but when it's Gloves of Subjugation that come in at 100 or 200k, you're sort of looking there going, I'd rather an effigy, even though it doesn't contribute towards the tab. The XP is probably worth a lot more than a couple of 100k GP. Now a Zamorak hilt from Zami, which was in a different trip. Nice to get again, to go off the Sara hilt, the 2 Sara hilts we've got actually. This is our only other hilt. And the third, we have a buckler, which is Cain's third and final contribution towards this video. We have a Garb of Subjugation here, which I'm not sure it's worth, but we'll see in the price check coming soon. And the last clip is a Ceradoman Hiss, which, yep, there's me again, and that is the final clip of all our drops. Like I said before, you'd be well aware that I put out a 500 drops from QBD, and that's why there was so many Queen Black Dragon clips, because I try to get them. For a few days all I was doing was Queen Black Dragon when I was on, so I try to rattle it off quite quickly. And sorry, none of the other drops are that exciting. Me and Cain don't end up being on a lot at the same time, because I have this new job. I go to bed a lot earlier than I used to, and because me and Cain have a time difference, that obviously doesn't help the cause. But like I said, hopefully in the weekends it will be a lot different. Right, so I guess it's time for the price check. You guys will be as interested as me as to what it will be, considering the talking down how much we've been playing and all that. Considering our price of, was it the Virtus Wand was the majority of our drop tab, and that's just been going down and down. I'm a bit worried we might even have made backwards progress. But I'll grab inventory number 1 and be back in a second. Alrighty, so here we have first inventory, mostly resources, 51k bolts from Queen Black Dragon, things like that. But I won't muck around. We'll check out what it's worth. Boom, 157.9. Not bad for a first one, first inventory. I can't remember what our first inventory in episode 6 was, but I know it was over 100 mil, and it's quite nice to get off the mark with that. This video is actually dragging on quite long, so I'll get onto inventory number 2 straight away. And here is inventory number 2. As you can probably see, just a lot of the dragon and rune items. And that comes to about 60.6 mil. I assume the royal dragon hide and the dragon bones are probably the big contributors here, plus a couple of kits which were about 4 mil each. And obviously the rune items just chip away. And down here, penguin staff and Bandos crozier from clues with peanuts. Yeah, that seems to be about it from the worthwhile stuff. So inventory number 3 coming up. Alright, so I'm only going to do a small inventory for this one, so I can have a bigger final inventory. Ancient full helm, ancient kite, ancient van braces, and then a whip, which we all know is worth not a lot, in EOC at least, and some goldsword shards and a bit of corpse stuff. Unfortunately no sigils yet, but that comes to about 3.6, so I won't bother with that, and we'll get on to the final inventory. And here we go. Hopefully what will be a huge, well, by far the most lucrative inventory of the lot. So we'll get on to the price check, or the value, and there we go, 236.3, so no complaining there, which actually puts us at 458.4 mil, or thereabouts, which is coming up to halfway there. And considering we thought we hadn't done a lot of big, of Kelphite King and Next that brings in a lot more money, we've still managed to bump it up 103.2 mil, which I'm very happy with. If we look at some of the individual items price check, if you remember when we first got the Virtus Wand, it was about 160 mil, and now it's 89. It's coming down a half of what it used to be. So right there you can see we've had to battle with that item alone going down, a little over 70 mil, which isn't ideal, but it's good to see we've made up the loss elsewhere. Steadfast boots 31.5. They've stayed relatively consistent. One of each hilt, 2.8 for the Zami, 25.8 for the Sara, which is quite nice. Easily the most expensive of the Gold Wars hilts, so it's quite nice that we got 2. Hiss and a Murmur. That is miserable. Oh, that makes me sad. Like a lot of the items, when we get them, they are worth more than what they are worth now. We've just seen items crash on us. For example, this, let's see, this crossbow was about 14 mil when I got it, and now it's 5. It's almost a third of the price. And stuff like the Visage, 1.3, and a Dragon Kite, 800. What? Oh, it's not even a mil now. I gotta stop here before it drives me over the edge. But like I've not sure if I've said it on video or me and Cain talked about it, if prices go down it just means we're gonna have to do more combat, so you guys are gonna see more drops and an even bigger tab with, well, not money wise, obviously it's always gonna be for a bill, but bigger in that there'll be more items, which is, it's nice. Even if some items aren't worth a lot, it's nice seeing a big stack of them. Well, I think I'm going to have to leave it there. It's a lot longer than I thought. Hopefully you guys don't mind. Like the escape and listens, sometimes it's nice just to have it going in the background and sort of pay half attention instead of watching it full on. So I hope you guys all had a good Easter, and until next time guys, take care.